And welcome to the Bill Jones Athletic Complex here as the North Alabama women taking on Arkansas Pine Bluff here in this soccer matchup. Bit of a rain delay to start things off and lightning weather, all things going on, which is why we are kicking off at about 3:40, not exactly at the 1 o'clock start. AJ Good joined alongside Amy Butler-Bailey for today's contest, and already got things going here. Amy, the sun is out, but if you would have been, well, you were here, but if the fans were here about a couple hours ago, this thing didn't look like it was going to kick off.
No, I wasn't sure that we'd get a game in today. It's the lightning that does it, you know, we got some English girls out there too that they're used to the rain, and I think one of the girls even asked, it's like, why are we waiting? Why are we not out there? The weather's great, you know, it's not hot, but it's more the lightning. We got to make sure everyone's safe, but glad that it's underway now.
It's Olivia Anderson here for the Lions.
And a great run, as you see over there. Guthrie was streaming out wide. She does that a lot, you'll notice. She's quick, and she was out wide screaming as well. Here she comes again, finding some space, so it's another nice run from her.
So try the through ball with the Guthrie, and that one's going to get knocked out of play by Arkansas Pine Bluff. Throw that into Elena Watts. Watts sends it through the middle. Now back out to Guthrie, a cross, but no one is there for North Alabama. And this one's going to go out of bounds over to Arkansas Pine Bluff. It's turned out to be a pretty breezy, not a bad afternoon here.
No, if the weather stays like this, it should be a good day. A good day, excuse me, for some football. Easy for me to say.
As Arkansas Pine Bluff struggles with that one, and coming up with it is Watts. Watts now.
Can't wait for those. Watts did a good job getting stuck in, waiting, anticipating that she was going to miss the ball.
Bussey's shot was blocked. Arkansas Pine Bluff now sends it back the other side. It's Ayanna Hicks now sends this one through, but can't get it through. Good defense on the other side from North Alabama. This one is sent down the line, and we've got Bussey on a run.
It's a good ball. We just need some more white shirts forward, see if they can get there, so give us some options. And
the cross is kicked away by Arkansas Pine Bluff and sent back out here to Izzy Gurney, excuse me. Papers got rained on, so it looked like gummy.
I'm sure she won't mind what you call it.
Guthrie just misses it down the sideline. A little too strong on the pass from Watts.
So we are very lucky that we're playing here at the Bill Jones Athletic Complex on AstroTurf. You know, if we'd have had all that rain at where we used to play at Chisholm, on I like to fondly call the ghetto, we would have had, you know, a lot of mud. Probably wouldn't have been very nice to play on. The ball's going to run a little faster today with that you know, wet ground, but at least we can still have a good game on this nice surface.
Sandoval Bell Muniz now the throw in here for Arkansas Pine Bluff, and she'll have it again, but loses control of that one. So Olivia Anderson now throw it in. It's got Bussey on a run. Bussey trying to get down the sideline, beats the defender. Now she's chasing it up near the goal. The cross to Watts is deflected and will go out of bounds, and that will go for a corner kick here for North Alabama.
So I think the Lions will be happy with the corner there. As Bussey made that run forward, she didn't have too much support in the middle. This will give him time to get set up, and we've seen the Lions score a few goals. Izzy Gurney being one of them, scored 2 goals from corner balls.
Kate Wiseman going to attempt the corner kick here for the Lions. A line drive sent in, knocked away by the keeper, and it is headed on top of the net. A good job there from North Alabama applying the pressure.
A little bit of head tennis there, and the crossbar coming in to help the goalkeeper out. She got 2 fists to it and punched it away, but just not quite enough, and so it stayed in there for the Lions. So good first look for the Lions in front of well, we've got 2 sets of Lions, so in front of Pine Bluff's goal. So a bit more of that, and they could find themselves on the goal scoring sheet.
Catherine LaRoche got the head that went just on top of the goal. A good challenge there from North Alabama. So we are 5 minutes into the first half. Sun is out here after it started off to be a very rainy day. Battle for it near the line here. As Bussey going to send it in, but it gets deflected out. Ebert. Now over to Grace Linsing. Gurney now sends it back out to Ebert. Send it through here. Some pressure applied here from the other Lions.
There's good pressure from Pine Bluff. You want to keep that pressure up, especially down in the opposite end, because you can make someone make a mistake.
Deep shot there over to Watts, and that one's going to get deflected out of bounds, and it's going to be a corner kick here for North Alabama. It's going to be Kate Wiseman again going to attempt the corner kick.
Yeah, Wiseman takes a lot of these corners. She sends some really pretty looping balls in, which gives the UNA Lions with their height a chance to get on the end of these balls. LaRoche is up there. You got Grace Linsing up there, both really good at headed balls.
That one is deflected away. Watts sends in a shot. That one's kicked away from Arkansas Pine Bluff. And they're going to control it and try to get out on a run. And that one is a good job there from Bussey. Some good defense back to Watts.
Yeah, she read that well, but that was a really dangerous run that we saw Pine Bluffs making into this space, and if that would have sneaked through, we would have had a one-on-one with the goalkeeper.
As Bussey tried to get a pass in, that one's going to be picked up there by the Pine Bluff keeper. Radom makes the header, comes out to Gurney. Anderson sends that through the Watts. Watts is going to break free.
There's a nice ball into the corner. See if Watts can hold her up, and got a cross in, but no one on the end of it.
LaRoche now going to track it down here for North Alabama. Sent out to Anderson down the line. Anderson trying to make her way through. The other Lions are going to eventually knock this one out of bounds. And it's going to be Bussey. It's going to throw in the header. Or excuse me, throw in the throw.
So the girl on the throw, Malin Anderson, she's usually a fullback. You see how far they've got her up. She's done a great job this season of getting forward and supporting the midfielders and forwards with different runs. And at the back, we've got Grace Linsing and Ebert. They're very accomplished at the back. They've played a lot together, so they've got it under control back at the back line.
Throw-in is eventually kicked away from Caitlin Hapke. And a good attempt there from Gurney. That one's going to go a little bit too strong. It's going to be a goal kick here for Arkansas Pine Bluff.
I think she had just a little bit more time to take that, but, you know, she had a good look at goal, wanted to take a quick shot before the goalkeeper got set. Always worth it from there, because if you can get it on target, you know, you've got a chance at goal.
It's headed back in by Wiseman. Watts now.
It was a nice ball.
That one's kicked out of bounds by Brisha Masunga.
So Pine Bluff getting involved, getting to a lot of these balls, cutting them out, but only giving away as much as a throw-in or a corner. Those can be some dangerous possessions to give away, so they'll want to get some more definitive clearances on these balls. As
Bussey now trying to break free. And I believe this is a foul call here against North Alabama, and Pine Bluff will kick it away. Weidel, the starting goalkeeper here. Arkansas Pine Bluff wearing all black. North Alabama in the all whites.
I'm sure they're happy that the sun is not out and shining, because that would be a hot kit to be playing in.
Watts sends us down the line to Gurney. That one gets kicked out of bounds. We got Guthrie going to throw it in. And now breaking free, Guthrie. Excuse me, it's Bussey has it. Sends that one back down the line. And a corner kick coming up here for North Alabama. Weissman will take it again here for the Lions.
Pine Bluff's going to need to really get some of these balls cleared out and get some more of the play down in the middle. With all this action in their own goal area, I just feel like the goals come in for the UNA Lions.
Weissman readies, kicks it through. The header from Linsing gets deflected wide. Tracking it down is Ebert. Now out to Watts. Watts to Ebert. She's going to go down the line. And her attempt is deflected out. And I believe it's another corner coming up here for North Alabama. Or maybe just a throw-in.
I think just a throw-in for this one. It was close. Well, Pine Bluff did a good job of sending two people as they cleared it out to Watts, but she was able to find Ebert, and the Lions just keeping it down in this final third of the Pine Bluffs.
The cross now over to Bussey. But Rydell's going to pick it up here for Pine Bluff, keeping it just inside the box so she can handle it. Now she'll kick it away. Linsing kicks that back into North Alabama's offensive territory. It's Anderson. Makes a move. Kicks it down the line to Watts. Watts retains possession. Near the sideline, they say it went out of bounds off of Brianna Hernandez for Arkansas Pine Bluff. Malin Anderson will throw it in here for the Lions. Watts off the chest, hands over to Anderson. Has now got Wiseman. Wiseman sends that one through, and a great diving stop there by Rydell.
The goalkeeper did a good job. Took that deflection. She was already on her way down. She was able to come and collect it. Not bad for the Lions. Seeing Anderson and Watts link up is nice. It's their first season here playing for UNA, and they've done a good job to come in and already starting to create chances and making themselves known.
Wiseman has got a streaking Guthrie, but that one gets knocked away. Linsing. It's tied up, falls in, and gets back up. As deep ball to Bussey, and that one is going to get through.
Nice.
Bussey's got a chance, and that one's going to find the back of the net for the goal. Her third of the season in North Alabama at the 32-48 mark here in the first half. Takes a 1-0 lead.
I just felt like that goal was coming, AJ. We had a really good workup from all the way from the back from Grace Linsing coming and winning that ball, sending the pretty pass down. It just dropped over the defender's head, right in line for Bussey, and she doesn't miss from there.
Like you mentioned, Amy, that one was placed perfectly. It went right over her head. She tried to get a head on it, a little bit of a leap, and just went right over.
When you can get the defender thinking they can just reach it and they jump, then they're out of the game, and then Bussey's right in front of goal, so she took the strike well. Not much the goalie could do from there. She came, she stood her ground, but Bussey that was textbook.
And North Alabama back in control again. Wiseman here with a through ball to Anderson. Anderson's got room here on the corner. Stops it from going out of bounds, but couldn't in time. And that's going to be a goal kick coming up here for Arkansas Pine Bluff. And Amy, so far, North Alabama's controlled the offense. They have had possession pretty much the whole time. We've only seen the ball on Arkansas Pine Bluff's offensive territory for really maybe 30 seconds so far in this match.
I think that's been about it. The Lions have done a good job in keeping the pressure on, keeping the ball down there. Lots and lots of movement forward. And when you've got that coming at you time and time again, something's got to give.
Guthrie with the through ball here. It's got Watts. Watts crosses over. Good stop by Rydell. And Pine Bluff trying to get it out. And this one's going to come down the line and eventually go out of bounds. A good decision there from Izzy Gurney.
So goalie did a good job getting hands on it, but that slick ball just bounced off her. So that's when I love to see the forwards expecting the goalie to drop it, just to poke another one in the back of the goal there.
Guthrie here with the throw-in. Watts is going to head that one down the line. Pine Bluff now going to kick this one back off the head of Linsing. Sent in by Gurney. Anderson has it. Over to, Wiseman to Anderson. And that one, unfortunately, a bit too strong. Arkansas Pine Bluff here with the throw-in. Sandoval Belmunis tries to throw it in. North Alabama intercepts, but a good job here by Arkansas Pine Bluff to get it back into territory. Chasing after it is Natalie Freeman, and that one's a bit too strong. And North Alabama will have a goal kick, and the first time we've called Peyton Yates' name in this game. And so far, 5 games in, Amy, she's only given up 1 goal.
She has. She's done a really, really good job so far this season. Come in, commanded her area, done what she's needed to right. I think this is the most shutouts that UNA has had in a row. And Pates has done a great job leading her team from the back.
As Bussey, a beautiful through ball here to Watts. Watts making her way to the net, cuts it back upfield. The shot, they're going to say it was deflected, and it was, and they're going to get a corner kick out of it.
I think Watts can feel a goal coming for her. She has done well so far. She's very a strong player, got a lot of upper body strength, and she'll hold those players off to give herself time or give her teammates time. So I know in the near future I'll be calling out a goal for Alana Watts.
Wiseman on for the corner kick again.
It's a good ball in.
That one's going to get headed out of bounds. A good job there from Arkansas Pine Bluff's Brianna Hernandez, and it's going to be another corner here for North Alabama.
Absolutely, she did exactly the right thing. You've got to be first to the ball there, and she did. They'll go for another corner and give himself another chance to get this one clear.
Wiseman, another high cross over there. That one going to be sent to Ebert, crossed it back over, but Pine Bluff going to kick that one away. Quintanilla, excuse me. And that one goes out of bounds. Arkansas Pine Bluff going to retain possession.
I'm glad you're doing the pronouncing of all the names today. We've got some hard ones out there.
Sandoval, Belmunez, Hernandez, Quintanilla.
When you're used to them, it's easy and it rolls off the tongue. But when when you've not said them a few times,
especially when our broadcast after the Storm setup was all of 5 minutes before they started the game, we had no getting familiar with.
Right.
I guess
What we
you could
usually
say.
like to do is sometimes go to the team and have them pronounce it, so I can make sure I'm getting it right. I always want to get that right. Yeah. I've got an easy name, so it's always easy for me.
Yeah, my name is all of 6 letters. That one is sent in, fought for here by Ayanna Hicks. Hicks stops with it and can't control that one. Good defense by Malin Anderson. She's going to quickly throw this one in to Olivia Anderson.
Yeah, that was really nice. Just lots of patience there out there. Hold her up, make her do something extra and get the throw in.
And gives it back to Anderson. Anderson crosses in, has Bussey, and that one's just going to leak wide. Good job by Rydell to deflect that one away, and that should be a corner.
Goalkeeper's screaming, telling her, she can't come in like that. But that was perfect. She timed it right. She got all of the ball. I mean, that's why I would never be a goalkeeper, because it's scary. But that was really well timed. But we'll see what happens here. Another I don't know how many this is, but I've already lost count.
Yeah. Wiseman on to attempt the corner here for North Alabama. This one's higher than normal, and that one's sent just over the net off of the head of Izzy Gurney.
Yeah, just got underneath the ball rather than getting up and over it and getting it down, which we know she can do because we've seen her score a couple of goals like that. But good to see the Lions getting up, the UNA Lions getting up to win that ball first.
27-20 left here in the first half. North Alabama leading it 1-0. Rydell's kick. Gurney heads us over to Anderson.
She did a great job to make that into a pass too and not just a first one ball.
Anderson now over to Anderson, but her attempt to hit Wiseman near the sideline goes too strong. Arkansas Pine Bluff will throw it in. Sandoval Belmunez. And that one's thrown into Quintanilla. And Quintanilla is going to lose the battle. North Alabama will have it. It's Malin Anderson. We'll throw it in here for the home Lions.
There we go. The home Lions and the away Lions. That might help me out a little bit. Good turn there by Watts. That was great.
And they're going to call a foul there on Watts and be a free kick coming up here for Arkansas Pine Bluff.
She did a good job using in her body and her strength, and as you do that, if you're one of those players, you'll get some fouls called on you. But that's sometimes, if that would have ran through when she turned like that, she would have been in with a great opportunity. Rydell
now going to attempt it. Looks like from the 25 or the 20-yard line. We've
got some football lines
on the
out there
football
to help
line,
you know where they are.
That one goes off Linsing. Handball they call. Now Arkansas Pine Bluff, their first real shot here to get this one close to Yates in the North Alabama net.
I think this is the first time they've been in the half in the last 15, 20 minutes in the UNA's half.
Brisha Masungu going to attempt this one. It's a low line drive. And Watts is going to track this one down for North Alabama. And that one's going to get deflected out of bounds, so it'll be a throw in here for the home Lions.
If the game continues like this, I think that UNA are going to want to keep having chances going forward and try and make more out of their opportunities, because they're not going to get a whole lot of teams where they get this many chances to go forward.
And speaking of that, Bussey is going down the line here. A good through ball there from Wiseman. Bussey now, the attempt, and it goes wide, so it'll be a goal kick coming up here for the away Lions.
Yeah, just got underneath that ball. It was always rising. She'll be a little disappointed in that one being in such a good position. But a good work up between Wiseman and Bussey. Again, using Bussey's speed to keep that ball in. She did a great job of stopping the defender on a dime and She'll be just a little unhappy that there wasn't a chance taken there.
We got a confirmation. It's the Golden Lions. Is what the Arkansas Pine Bluff is called.
Okay.
As Brooke Gonzalez now comes in the game. Now an opportunity.
Oh.
Watts slips, gets up, tries to fight for it, but
almost kept the ball.
and now Linsing deflects this one back into the offensive territory. It's Guthrie going to track this one down, but somehow to Johnson. Tiana Johnson tried to kick it down, but deflected out of bounds by Guthrie. Thrown in to Freeman. Freeman out to Lipe. And intercepted by North Alabama. That one's almost over the head of Bell Muniz.
They did a great job to get first to that ball.
As Gurney. Watts now to Guthrie. She's going to send this one deep, and Bussey might have a chance to track this one down, but Rydell's there to save it. Rydell now going to kick this one away. Goes off of the head, but back to Linsing.
Yeah, we don't usually see those from LaRoche. She usually gets the headed ball well timed and forward, but she's always in the middle winning those headed balls.
Guthrie down to Bussey. Bussey tries to make a move, but it's knocked out of bounds by Johnson. Throwing coming in here for the Lions now at the 23-15 mark here in the first half. Again, North Alabama leading it 1-0. As Bussey tried to kick behind her head, but it's intercepted by Arkansas Pine Bluff. Now sent back in by North Alabama. It's Olivia Anderson. Tries to break free, but Bell Muniz sends that one away. Now a streaking Gonzalez. Sends it in to Freeman. Now throwing it out of bounds here is Bell Muniz.
I feel like it's warming up a little bit out there now that rain stopped.
We're right here on the pavement next to the turf. We're
always a little hotter out there, with the turf.
There's a through ball here to Bussey. Bussey's got an opportunity, but it's going to be just a bit too strong. A goal kick coming up here for the Golden Lions.
Now, something we didn't have when I was playing, but the girls wear those trackers to see how many miles they've done, and it'd be interesting to see how much miles are on Bussey's today, because she's done a lot of streaking runs forward.
Rydell with the goal kick. A line drive. That one's going to go off the head of Wiseman. Sent back by Gonzalez. Over to Hicks. Hicks gets that one intercepted by Wiseman. Sent into Bussey. Bussey sends this out to LaRoche. Roche saved by Anderson. Good job from keeping that going out of bounds. Anderson going to dribble her way through. Off of the foot of Bell Muniz over to Gonzalez, but now Wiseman has it. Guthrie now streaking. Cutting upfield.
And she got players in the middle just screaming for it.
Throws a line drive in and goes just a bit wide out of the reach of Rydell.
Yeah, keeper was beat, but luckily for her, Guthrie had put that a little wide. She had some players in the middle, but I think she just set her sights on goal and went for the shot, and why not?
And they have had free reign offensively in this game so far. I don't think the ball's gotten past the 20-yard line for the Golden Lions so far today. That one's off of the hip of the Golden Lions, and it's Gurney, and now Freeman here with a bit of a run. And that one gets knocked away by Anderson. Now a throw-in coming up here for Arkansas Pine Bluff.
Even when the Golden Lions look like they might get a switch of the play, a run forward, UNA has an experienced back line that is just cutting them off and just getting it cleared out very efficiently today.
Anderson and Freeman fight for it. Anderson's going to win that one. It goes off the foot of Freeman. Anderson here with the throw-in. Tries to find Bussey. That one's headed back to Anderson. Now send a bunch of headers coming up from each side. Freeman tries to track it down, and she's going to break free.
This might be the first look we've seen from them.
The cross here, that one's off of the foot. And a good defense here by North Alabama. Guthrie has it. It's going to kick this one out of bounds. As Gurney and Guthrie, good defense there on the back end for North Alabama. Ebert was there as well.
Yeah, that was a chance that kind of just went begging for Pine Bluff. If she'd have made a great connection on that, it could have tested Yates a little more.
And Hepke now sends this one in on Yates. Yates touches the ball for I believe that's just the second time today.
I think that's the first shot we've seen from Pine Bluff today.
Anderson now down the sideline. That one is intercepted by Hernandez, sent back into Arkansas Pine Bluff territory. Ebert tries to kick it out of bounds, and that one's deflected out off of the goal line, so North Alabama will have a throw in here for Anderson. Anderson tries to find Bussey. Bussey fights for it and wins. Sent back to Livy Anderson, but sweeping in intercepts Gonzalez. Kicks that one away. Now LaRoche has got Guthrie coming down the other side. Guthrie now cutting up field. Tries the through ball, but nobody there. Had Wiseman and Bussey going down the middle, and she kicked it to the left.
A little bit of a miss kick. You could see the frustration on her face. The way her body was shaped, she just hit it more to that side when she had her players were coming into the middle. But a good look. She made a great run. LaRoche saw her. But the Lions are going to want to cut down on the mistakes in these games, so when they play against more fierce opposition, they can put the chances away.
Watts being surrounded by about 6 Golden Lions. Now LaRoche over to Anderson down the sideline. Anderson cuts up field.
Because the pressure the UNA Lions are putting on Arkansas Pine Bluff, they've had to bring a lot of players back, so when they do switch it, we've just got number 7 and number 3 for the Golden Lions forward, and it's hard to challenge the UNA defense with just those 2.
Guthrie's shot is deflected, eventually goes out of bounds, so Guthrie will have a throw in here for the Lions. So he tries to hit Watts, and looks like that went out off of North Alabama. Be a throw in here for Arkansas Pine Bluff. Thrown in, kicked high off the head of Gurney. Sent back here. Now you have Freeman for Arkansas Pine Bluff, but that one is intercepted by Gurney. She's going to win the battle trying to dribble through the Golden Lions. Wiseman now going to bring it back out. He's got LaRoche down the middle of the field. LaRoche going to send a through ball to Bussey, but deflected wide by Hernandez. Livy Anderson tracks it down for North Alabama. Cutting up field, tries to get a shot on net, but it's going to go wide, and another goal kick for Idle.
Lions need to just a little bit more in that final third, and I know they all feel like they can make a goal here because they're feeling that it's going their way, but need to that last ball in to the forwards needs to be a little bit better, and those shots, give the goalkeeper some credit there. She going to take a little more than those far shots to get past her.
So Hope Lensing will come in for Olivia Anderson. Eber going to send this one long into the Golden Lion bench. As Sandoval Belmuda is going to throw it in here for Arkansas Pine Bluff. And can't be handled there by Brooke Gonzalez. More subs now coming in for North Alabama. As LaRoche will check out. And Lexi Duca will check in. Also subbing to the game for the Golden Lions is Ashley McGuire. Lensing now into Duca. And Ebert going to send that back in offensive territory. Lensing. And when sent high by Masunga. Gurney heads it over but intercepted by Lipe. Lipe tries to get that one in but deflected in back into territory. Bussey tries to track it down but it goes out of bounds and be a throw-in for the Golden Lions. Running quickly. It's McGuire. Has Calcutt. But intercepted by North Alabama. Guthrie tracks that one down. Sends it in to Watts. But Hapke now gets it over to Ayanna Hicks. Tries to get a through ball in, but the Lions are going to send this one back to Yates. Yates controlling it in the box. Now over to Ebert. Ebert. Ball over to Gurney. Gurney deflects that one to the midfield line, but sent back in by the Golden Lions, and Yates going to track that one down. Getting ready to hit the 15-minute mark here in the first half. North Alabama leading it 1-0.
The scoreline doesn't quite tell the story of what we've seen so far. I think the Lions should be up by a few more goals. But Arkansas Pine Bluff, they've not given up. They are still working really hard, still closing down UNA, trying to make those challenges, looking to go forward. So got to give them that credit there.
Ebert with it here near the midfield line. Sends a right foot shot down the line, and she's got Wiseman. And that one sent out of bounds by Hernandez. So a throw-in coming up here for the North Alabama Lions. It will be Malin Anderson. Anderson throws that one in. It's Linsing. Linsing now finds Gurney. That one goes through, but Guthrie is there to clean it up. And she's got some players near the net. The through ball. And that one's going to go wide. Couldn't connect with either Bussey or Wiseman, and another goal kick coming up for Rydell.
Yeah, she just going for the shot there, and I could just see again the way she kicked it, the follow through, just taking it a little bit wide. But I know she's very capable of hitting the target from that area. That's why they always have her streaming forward to make those runs, and like you say, clean it up when it comes through.
Off of the head here of Bussey. The fight for it is Wiseman. Duca going to come up with it, and Bussey now sends this over to Wiseman. Wiseman now in the middle of the field to Gurney at the midfield stripe. Now over here to Duca. Duca holds up on it. Now sends it back to Gurney. Trying to set up the offense. Now over to Watts. And Watts now goes in the middle of the field. Gets that one deflected now over to Wiseman.
Guthrie still able to get the overlap.
It's Guthrie, the cross.
Oh,
as Wiseman couldn't get a foot on it, but someone eventually does, and it's in. Bussey picks up her second goal of the game.
I think that might be Izzy Gurney. I think she may have got on the score sheet. So those balls going across the goal, AJ, so dangerous. We think those high looping balls can be dangerous, but when no one gets a foot on that and it just trickles through everyone, that's what can happen. And Izzy Gurney's been rewarded for her hard work today.
So Bussey picked up her third goal earlier in the first half, and Gurney picks up her third goal here at the 13-10 mark in the first half. North Alabama.
Not to be outdone, she said.
Yeah, I'm
going to keep up with you. It's very nice to see Gurney do that too. She's really come a long way in this season. I think she's already had 2 Player of the Week accolades, which is it's just been good to see her hard work acknowledged.
Back on offense again is North Alabama as Watts sends it out to Gurney. Gurney through ball here to Guthrie, but Rydell's going to track it down. It's one thing about turf as opposed to grass. The ball, a lot of velocity on it, no matter, even if you try to put a touch on it, it's going to go.
Absolutely. A little bit of backspin can sometimes help, but once it hits this, especially the wet turf, it just kind of skids. So you've got to just have the perfect weight, which we saw from the first goal, but that one just a little hard hit.
Duca now in the Wiseman. Wiseman might have a chance, and Rydell with the diving save. Bussey is going to try to get a foot on it, but Rydell gets it there to keep it a 2-0 game.
Right, Wiseman didn't get a whole lot of power on it, and Rydell was there, did a great job, come collect that.
High kick now sent into offensive territory. Zebra going to try to track it down, but it's going to go out of bounds. And we'll go to North Alabama as Malin Anderson will throw it in here for the Lions. Subs now as Watts will come out. And it's Charlotte Kellick going to check in.
There's those 2 players, Watts and then Kellick coming on, both very strong players and can hold up players play similarly. So it'll be good to see that you can just, switch them out. Having that depth in the squad has got to be a really nice feeling for Coach Walker.
A massive humanity there near the North Alabama bench. Pine Bluff trying to get out of it. Eventually does Gonzalez. Now sends us over to Linsing. Linsing heads it back. Tracking it down is Grace Linsing, and now it's over to Duca. Lexi Duca.
Great pass
and
through.
And a good pass through. And
he almost got there too. That was
an interception
a good look
there by Masungu. And Masungu now going to try to send this one back over and going to go out of bounds just out of the reach of Ashley McGuire. So we hit the 11-minute mark here left in the first half. North Alabama leading it 2-0. Anderson the throw in to Grace Linsing. And this one is eventually out of bounds as Brooke Gonzalez couldn't get there in time. Another throw in here for the Lions. Trying to set up their offense. The ball has been in North Alabama's control for pretty much 34 of the first 35 minutes of this game.
Right, we've seen very few chances of Arkansas getting past the halfway line.
Duca sends this one just wide of Rydell at Bussey, and
the line's getting lots of looks on goal. Just keep seeming to pull it to that corner, that goal post there.
They're trying to test every chance that they can. The header kicked down by Tiana Johnson. Ebert now intercepts off of the hip of Duca. Guthrie is there. Gets it back from Arkansas Pine Bluff. Now sends this one into Hope Linsing. Now a through ball here has got Kellick. Kellick can't get there in time. Another diving stop there by Rydell, who's been very busy so far in this first half.
Very busy. I'm sure she'll be hoping for a little less busyness in the second half, but did a really good job to get off the line quickly, come and collect that ball. Charlotte Kellick was just a step behind. But again, as I said, as a goalkeeper, you've got to be really brave coming running at someone's feet when they're streaming at you like that.
Wiseman tries to intercept, but Lapke gets it into Hicks, but right there is Duca. Duca now out to Guthrie. Guthrie on a run has now got Hope Linsing, and Lipke's now going to send this one back and got Tiana Johnson on a run. Johnson heads this one in the direction, but Ebert is there, blocks off, and Yates will scoop it up. Yates with a quick throw over to a wide open Guthrie, who's got some space. Now working down the sideline as Linsing, and Johnson picks that one up. But Grace Linsing sends this one back over to Gurney. Gurney the 5 with it. Now back to Grace Linsing. Now Linsing, a long kick, a fight for it, and this one's going to get deflected eventually out of bounds, and it will go to North Alabama. Sub coming into the game here for the Lions as Bussey will check out. Rhea Cox.
I think this is the first time we've seen her this season as well. This is a good game to get some players some minutes on there, get some game experience.
Hope Linsing loses it, but Wiseman tries to intercept it, and we got a foul called against North Alabama. The midfield official hasn't been really busy in this game too much as far as fouls go. It's been pretty clean on both sides.
Right, pretty clean. Let the game play. He's done what he's needed to. It's nice when you don't hear a lot from the referee.
Rydell going to kick this one away. Gonzalez and Gurney fight for it, and it will go out of bounds to North Alabama. Anderson with it out. Looking for somebody to get open. And finds Linsing. Cox now with it. Cox trying to get down the sidelines, but a little too strong. The officials concur to make sure. Actually, they say it goes to North Alabama. So deflection. Pine Bluff's head coach not agreeing with that at all.
Not happy with that one, is he?
No. It's been a long day for him.
Very long.
As Gurney dribbling. Tries to hit Guthrie on the other side. Guthrie gets a foot on it, dribbles to the midfield. Now to Wiseman, but that one's kicked away by the Golden Lions as Grace Linsing going to track it down, send it back into offensive territory here for North Alabama.
No, AJ, it probably is difficult, to be a team. You're not at your home field. You come, you get rained out, you have to wait for, 30 minutes every time we get a lightning strike, and then you still got to keep that momentum, get back on the field, and, and try and play your best. So kudos to Arkansas Pine Bluff for showing up and sticking with it. They're doing a good job fighting for everything. They just don't seem to be able to get that ball on the ground and play their football yet.
Kicked away by Brianna Hernandez. A fight between Anderson and Guthrie. Now it's Grace Linsing with it, and she'll send it back to Yates. Try to set up the formation. Getting their shape, and now Ebert has it down the sideline where the benches are. Has Anderson. Anderson cuts upfield and sends it back to Ebert. Coming up on the 5-minute mark here in the first half. That one's through to Linsing. That one's kicked out by Wiseman and got an open Cox. Cox trying to beat Masungu. And that one's off of the feet of Masungu, goes out of bounds. A throw-in coming up for North Alabama. Quickly throws it into Hope Linsing. Linsing gets that one kicked away. Gonzalez now sends this one to Duca. Duca now to Cox down the sidelines. She tries to cross it over. That one's kicked out by Lipke. Gonzalez now sends this one down the line off of the feet of the Golden Lions over to Duca. Now to Gurney. Gurney at the midfield stripe. Send it back to Ebert. And we'll cross it over to Grace Linsing. Linsing steps up, a kick down the line. That one is deflected to Lipke. Now over to Hicks, and sent into territories Hernandez. Trying to track it down is Guthrie against Anderson, but Anderson will kick it out of bounds for the North Alabama Lions. Now under 5 minutes left to play.
And this is where you've really got to keep your concentration for UNA Lions and Peyton Yates back there. You've not seen a lot of the ball. You've been watching the game quite a bit. So when they come through, if they get a chance now, right before the half, they've got to stay awake and be ready to get anything cleared out.
Alexis Dugan now in for Hicks. Guthrie tries to get it in on Johnson, and Johnson can't get a foot on it, and that one's going to go out of bounds, and a goal kick coming up here for North Alabama. Peyton Yates going to kick it away here. And
while the Lions will be happy with 2-0 up going into the halftime, they sure love another goal to just kind of finish off the first half.
Quickly moving it up is Ebert. Can't get it to Cox in time. It goes out of bounds, and the Golden Line's going to work quickly. Guthrie to Gonzalez, but intercepted by Cox. Cox out to Linsing. Now over to Wiseman in the middle. Back out to Linsing, as Arkansas Pine Bluff is pushed up. Now they got Guthrie down the sidelines right in front of us, and can't get that one past Johnson, who kicks it out of bounds. Guthrie down the line. Has got Kellett. Kellett now will kick it upfield. He's got an open Gurney, but Gurney loses it. Johnson now has it down the sidelines. Will get through. Johnson cuts upfield. Still dribbling here for the Lions. Tries to get to Guthrie, but booted away by Ebert.
Yeah, she had a good pace when she was running with that ball. Nice footwork. Ebert just stepped in and got that one cleared out.
Hope Linsing trying to hit Cox. Cox got tied up there with Hapke, and fell down. Clock now under 3 minutes left here in the first half. Be a throw-in coming up, and it will be Hannah Guthrie to throw it in for North Alabama.
Guthrie's got a good technique with throws. She can throw it quite fast, so this could be dangerous territory here.
Battle for it, and it will go out of bounds again. And Guthrie will have another throw-in.
Lions happy to keep it down in this final third for the last few minutes.
That one's now out to Gurney. Gurney going to step up with plenty of time. Now we'll go down the line.
Needs to get the ball across.
Tries to cross. That one's deflected. Sent back out. Now it's Duca. Duca sends it down. And we got Guthrie. Guthrie's cross is deflected out.
Pine Bluff doing a good job of just keeping those ball out of the center there.
Hernandez is going to send this in the Pine Bluff territory. Ebert going to track it down for North Alabama. And tries to get to Anderson, but it goes into the Lion bench. Gonzalez going to nope. It will be Sandoval Belmunas going to throw it in. To Guthrie. Guthrie battling on the sidelines, kicks it out, but that one's going to be intercepted by Hope Lindsay. Lindsay trying to get it back in the field, will now cut up. And her through ball to Kelly gets intercepted by Masungu. And she'll send this one into Golden Lion territory, and it will bounce all the way out to Yates.
She did a great job stepping, staying concentrated in the middle and winning that ball, but then her pass just left a little something to be desired, just sending it a little too far up to Yates.
Yates with plenty of time to boot this one back into Lion territory.
Good flick on.
Good job by Gurney. Now over to Linsing. Linsing tries to get the Cox. And winning the battle is Sandoval Belmunas. But Linsing intercepts that. Now to Cox. And Duca going to try to track it down. Intercepting that is Hernandez. And Hernandez lets it go out of bounds. Under a minute left. Now 50 seconds here in the first half. And Duca going to let Anderson throw this one in. Just trying to find somebody open and gets it into Linsing.
The Lions not in too much of a hurry with these just 30 seconds left.
Wiseman trying to find Kellett. Kellett's going to track it down with 20 seconds left.
She kept it in. Good job.
Now gets that one booted and deflected wide, so they got a corner coming up.
Got to hurry with this. They don't have long left for this corner.
10 seconds left. And they do get it in.
Wouldn't this
fighting
be something?
for it. And Masungu's eventually going to get that one out. Crowd wanted a handball. Guthrie's shot will not get off in time.
No, but it was on target.
It was on target, eventually goes in, but doesn't count. So after 45 minutes of play, North Alabama leads this one 2-0. And Amy, not much to say. It's really been controlled by the Lions from start to finish.
Yeah, UNA just definitely controlled that game. Played their football. Got to give credit to Pine Bluff. They have not stopped. They've kept going. They've just not had that final something in front of goal. In fact, like we said, they've not been past the halfway line very much at all. So definitely should be winning 2-0, but I'd like to see a few more goals in the second half.
So 2-0 North Alabama after 45 minutes of play. Halftime now coming up. We'll have the second half when we return.
A big bow box says a lot about a person. Like they have a mighty hunger, a powerful thirst, and take tailgating very seriously. Game day and beyond, grab a football-ready big bow box.
If you need service for cooling, heating, plumbing, or electrical, MPE Services is all you need. Since 1973, we strive to be the best in customer service, using the best materials, with long-lasting results, and a 100% customer satisfaction guarantee. Whether it be residential or commercial, we proudly serve all of North and Central Alabama. After a scorching summer, let MPE Services get your HVAC system ready for the winter season. Call MPE.com.
Great seats at a great price. Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with Ticket Smarter. A proud partner to the biggest names in live sports and events, including ESPN events and iHeartRadio. Ticket Smarter has seats for over 125,000 live events and 48 million tickets for sale. All backed with the Ticket Smarter 100% ticket guarantee. Thinking about your next great live event? Think smarter. Think Ticket Smarter. Get your tickets your way, guaranteed at Ticketsmarter.com.
CB&S Bank has a long history of stability and a legacy of serving our community's needs. You could say we know a thing or two about tradition. We've been family, community, and financially strong since we began in 1906. Gain financial freedom with the most sophisticated digital products. Check balances, pay bills, transfer funds, and deposit checks from anywhere. Make purchases using your CB&S Bank debit card with mobile wallet. Learn more at cbsbank.com.
With UNA being student-oriented, I know I will get smaller classes. The teachers are very dedicated in helping me understand the material. I feel like they really care that I succeed. If you're hesitant about whether you should or shouldn't get your master's, but you know that you want or need to, you should just do it, because you don't know where it's going to take you. And you don't know until you get on that path.
A big bow box says a lot about a person. Like they have a mighty hunger, a powerful thirst, and take
CB&S Bank has a long history of stability and a legacy of serving our community's needs. You could say we know a thing or two about tradition. We've been family, community, and financially strong since we began in 1906. Gain financial freedom with the most sophisticated digital products. Check balances, pay bills, transfer funds, and deposit checks from anywhere. Make purchases using your CB&S Bank debit card with mobile wallet. Learn more at cbsbank.com.
A big bow box says a lot about a person. Like they have a mighty hunger, a powerful thirst, and take tailgating very seriously. Game day and beyond, grab a football-ready big bow box.
Great seats at a great price. Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with Ticket Smarter. A proud partner to the biggest names in live sports and events, including ESPN events and iHeartRadio. Ticket Smarter has seats for over 125,000 live events and 48 million tickets for sale. All backed with the Ticket Smarter 100% ticket guarantee. Thinking about your next great live event? Think smarter. Think Ticket Smarter. Get your tickets your way, guaranteed at Ticketsmarter.com.
If you need service for cooling, heating, plumbing, or electrical, MPE Services is all you need. Since 1973, we strive to be the best in customer service, using the best materials, with long-lasting results, and a 100% customer satisfaction guarantee. Whether it be residential or commercial, we proudly serve all of North and Central Alabama. After a scorching summer, let MPE Services get your HVAC system ready for the winter season. Call MPE.com.
A big bow box says a lot about a person. Like they have a mighty hunger, a powerful thirst, and take tailgating very seriously. Game day and beyond, grab a football-ready big bow box. A big bow box says a lot about a person. Like they have a mighty hunger, a powerful thirst, and take tailgating very seriously. Game day and beyond, grab a football-ready big bow box.
If you need service for cooling, heating, plumbing, or electrical, MPE Services is all you need. Since 1973, we strive to be the best in customer service, using the best materials, with long-lasting results, and a 100% customer satisfaction guarantee. Whether it be residential or commercial, we proudly serve all of North and Central Alabama. After a scorching summer, let MPE Services get your HVAC system ready for the winter season. Call MPE.com.
A big bow box says a lot about a person. Like they have a mighty hunger, a powerful thirst, and take tailgating very seriously. Game day and beyond, grab a football-ready big bow box. A big bow box says a lot about a person. Like they have a mighty hunger, a powerful thirst, and take tailgating very seriously. Game day and beyond, grab a football-ready big bow box.
If you need service for cooling, heating, plumbing, or electrical, MPE Services is all you need. Since 1973, we strive to be the best in customer service, using the best materials, with long-lasting results, and a 100% customer satisfaction guarantee. Whether it be residential or commercial, we proudly serve all of North and Central Alabama. After a scorching summer, let MPE Services get your HVAC system ready for the winter season. Call MPE.com.
Great seats at a great price. Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with Ticket Smarter. A proud partner to the biggest names in live sports and events, including ESPN events and iHeartRadio. Ticket Smarter has seats for over 125,000 live events and 48 million tickets for sale. All backed with the Ticket Smarter 100% ticket guarantee. Thinking about your next great live event? Think smarter. Think Ticket Smarter. Get your tickets your way, guaranteed, at Ticketsmarter.com.
CB&S Bank has a long history of stability and a legacy of serving our community's needs. You could say we know a thing or two about tradition. We've been family, community, and financially strong since we began in 1906. Gain financial freedom with the most sophisticated digital products. Check balances, pay bills, transfer funds, and deposit checks from anywhere. Make purchases using your CB&S Bank debit card with mobile wallet. Learn more at cbsbank.com.
With UNA being student-oriented, I know I will get smaller classes. The teachers are very dedicated in helping me understand the material. I feel like they really care that I succeed. If you're hesitant about whether you should or shouldn't get your master's, but you know that you want or need to, you should just do it, because you don't know where it's going to take you. And you don't know until you get on that path.
A big bow box says a lot about a person. Like, they have a mighty hunger, a powerful thirst, and take tailgating very seriously. Game day and beyond, grab a football-ready big bow box.
Yeah, it was great to get my degree in May, and it was quite special because my parents flew over for it and they haven't made it here during COVID yet, so that was nice to show them Florence, and you can't quite understand until you actually get here like what it's like, so it was nice for them to come over, so that was really special. It's been an experience. It definitely took me a while to adjust that first semester. I found it hard, but ever since then, like, it becomes a family away from home, and there's plenty of other girls from England here and even like Germany and Canada, so it's kind of got a community, and the Americans take you under their belt, so yeah, it's been good. Yeah, it's great having other English girls here because we love to get together, and if England are playing, we like to watch together, and we'll definitely keep each other updated with teams at home because we love to like track the football at home, and any events kind of going on in England, it's nice to like talk about it with each other. And yeah, no, we all live at Grandview now, so we're all super close to each other. I started playing soccer probably in primary school. I have a twin brother, so anything he did, I wanted to do better than him. So I would play football at lunchtime with the boys, and yeah, pretty much started from then, and we kind of grew up, and I carried on playing and he didn't, so. I chose UNA because it's such a family feel, and the coaches are English, Chris and Holly, and I obviously met Holly in England and she came and watched me play, and then having Kate Wiseman was already here, so having that familiarity. And yeah, just the recruiting process was super easy with coming to UNA, and that's why I chose it. So Kate and I, we figured out we had actually played against each other. We were looking at old photos, and we both represented our counties at home. So I played for Essex, and our counties played against each other, and we found photos from that. And then recently, probably a couple of days ago, me and Alice found a photo of us both from when we both played academy, and she was at Gillingham and I was at Essex, and there's a photo of us when she would be about 13, I'm probably about 15, and we found that like literally this week. My favourite thing about UNA is kind of being away from home, being independent, and playing football every day. That's been great, and just like the family feel, and there's always something to do. Like if you haven't got anything to do, you just knock on your teammate's door and off you go get coffee or something like that, so it's super fun. My name's Charlotte Kellett, and I play soccer at the University of North Alabama.
A big bow box says a lot about a person. Like, they have a mighty hunger, a powerful thirst, and take tailgating very seriously. Game day and beyond, grab a football-ready big bow box.
If you need service for cooling, heating, plumbing, or electrical, MPE Services is all you need. Since 1973, we strive to be the best in customer service, using the best materials, with long-lasting results, and a 100% customer satisfaction guarantee. Whether it be residential or commercial, we proudly serve all of North and Central Alabama. After a scorching summer, let MPE Services get your HVAC system ready for the winter season. Call MPE.com.
A big bow box says a lot about a person. Like, they have a mighty hunger, a powerful thirst, and take tailgating very seriously. Game day and beyond, grab a football-ready big bow box. A big bow box says a lot about a person. Like, they have a mighty hunger, a powerful thirst, and take tailgating very seriously. Game day and beyond, grab a football-ready big bow box.
If you need service for cooling, heating, plumbing, or electrical, MPE Services is all you need. Since 1973, we strive to be the best in customer service, using the best materials, with long-lasting results, and a 100% customer satisfaction guarantee. Whether it be residential or commercial, we proudly serve all
Work.
And back at the Bill Jones Athletic Complex, getting ready to start the second half here. North Alabama leading Arkansas Pine Bluff 2-0. A.J. Good joined by Amy Butler-Bailey. And Amy, so far this has been all North Alabama from start to finish. And really the score is actually closer than what the game has been.
Yeah, the score definitely doesn't tell you what we've been watching here. UNA have had a lot more chances. I think Arkansas Pine Bluff has maybe had one shot. And it was on target, but Peyton Yates took good care of it. It wasn't anything to challenge her. The Lions have definitely taken control, but this half I think they're going to want to do that even more, really play their kind of football, pass the ball around, and get something more out of the shots that they're taking. Get them on target, challenge the goalkeeper, make her do something, and raise that number from 2.
Goal number 1 came from Alice Bussey, the 12:07 mark in the first half. The assist goes to Izzy Gurney, and then in the second goal came from Izzy Gurney on an assist from Hannah Guthrie at the 31:30 mark in the first half. So North Alabama will start off with it, going from right to left, wearing their all-white uniforms, and the Golden Lions playing defense, wearing their black uniforms, going from left to right. That one's intercepted and sent back in by Arkansas Pine Bluff. It's Gonzalez. Now going to work it up. Has got Ayanna Hicks. Hicks down the line. A little bit too strong. North Alabama, Ebert going to send this one down the line. Now to Olivia Anderson back in the field. Anderson going to work down the sidelines. Beats the defender. Now cuts it up. Trying to find Watts, and Masungu going to get a foot on it. Hit high in the air. Watts going to battle for it here with Gonzalez. Now Wiseman out to Anderson.
Wiseman doing a good job. Just get that ball back on the ground.
As Anderson now over to Gurney. Gurney going down the right side. Finds a
streaking
Guthrie. Gets through. Guthrie trying to track it and can't do it.
I'm not sure if she thought it was going to get to her, but it was very well placed. Just a little bit hard on this turf, and I don't know if you can see from where we're sat. There is a little bit of a hump to the field, so it just ran out of bounds there.
Rydell, who was very busy in the first half, going to boot this one away for the Golden Lions. Wiseman gets ahead on it, over to Bussey. Bussey gets that one knocked away. Hapke now on the foot of... Hapke sends that one down. Guthrie going to send that one off of the press box. The Golden Lions going to keep possession of it. Cameron Rodriguez, who's now fresh into the game here for Pine Bluff. That one's knocked out of bounds. Gonzalez has it. Now over to Brooke Gonzalez and sends that one into Rodriguez. Rodriguez tries to win the battle. Guthrie still in the game. And Watts. And a foul called here against Watts, so they'll quickly get on it. Trying to boot this one away is Alondra Lepke.
The Golden Lions would love to take advantage of being this far into the Lions half so early on in the second half.
Again, this is only really the second opportunity to have a ball heading towards the net. Yates is going to track that one down a little too far for the rest of the Golden Lions.
Yeah, not a great ball in. More to the front post. She had players waiting at the back, didn't get the height and distance on it. But a better look from Pine Bluff so far. They're still in it, and it'll be good to see how they keep their heads up this second half. You know, they're 2-0 down. It's been a hard day already, late start. Their opposition, UNA, has kept control of the ball. So we'll see their, not just their talent, but their motivation to keep their heads up and keep playing in this second half.
Freeman battling here with Ebert. That one is sent in over to Hicks. Hicks trying to battle through. And now to Freeman, and Freeman's shot. That one's
still curling.
Still curling. Guthrie trying to track it down. Can't do it, and it'll go to North Alabama.
And that's soccer for you. You know, it can change in a heartbeat. A great first touch, from Pine Bluffs. Not the best shot, but then they kept going, and the Lions are going to need to stay concentrated, get that ball won, and get it out, because you don't want to give anyone too many options or opportunities, excuse me.
Guthrie throws this one in. It's going to get to Wiseman. Wiseman now to Bussey. Bussey's got Anderson streaking down the middle of the field. She's going to take this one down the sidelines, trying to get by Hapke.
Hapke doing a good job to keep up with her.
And her cross is deflected out. It'll be a throw-in here for North Alabama.
It's nice patient play from Hapke. Bussey's a fast, nippy player there with fast feet, and she did a good job to be patient and just hold on, stay with her while she made that run.
Throw in here for North Alabama. Be Guthrie once again. Tries to get it in the Bussey, but Masungu wins that battle. And another throw-in coming here for the Lions. Almost 5 minutes into the second half. North Alabama leading it 2-0. Guthrie looking for somebody to get open and gets it to Watts. Watts is going to bring it to the middle of the field. Her left-footed shot gets deflected out to Gurney. Gurney gets it into Olivia Anderson. Anderson breaks free. And her shot attempt is going to go wide, and that's another goal kick for Rydell.
The Lions just got to do a little bit better with that final shot, or maybe get your head up and look for a pass. You got Bussey in the middle, but Pine Bluff doing a good job getting players back behind the ball and trying to cut down the options for the Lions.
Rydell kicks it high. Wiseman heads it back into Bussey. Rydell's now going to pick that one back up. She's got a little bit too much on that one.
And you kind of saw as she shaped her body, she tried to take some off it, but being as close as she was, it still just fell to the goalie.
Booted away. Gurney sends this one over to Wiseman. Wiseman to Olivia Anderson. Back out to Gurney. Gurney's going to find Bussey. Bussey now down the line.
It's a good ball if she can keep it in.
She crosses it over.
Oh,
Watts gets it in the net and scores. What a great job from Bussey to Watts. And North Alabama takes a 3-0 lead.
Not sure what the goalie was.
And they're saying that goal is not going to count.
I think they're saying it went out of play.
Oh, okay.
But that was a great run. Those are the
cross.
runs you want to see. Getting it at the dead ball line and pulling it back. Watts almost got on the sheet, and like I keep saying with her, I know it's coming, and she'll get on there and get to keep that next goal.
Bringing it back up the field here is Brianna Hernandez. Hicks grabs it, but we have a foul called here against North Alabama. I believe that's Bussey going to get caught for that, having a discussion with the head official.
Yeah, just tussling for the ball.
Now going to boot this one away for the Golden Lions is Sandoval Belmunis. Waiting for the rest of the Golden Lions to get their shape up down the field. And she'll boot this one away. And that one is headed by Wiseman over to Olivia Anderson.
Lions doing a really good job with those headed balls, not just winning them, but also using them as passes.
Anderson now to Wiseman's got Anderson streaking down the left side. She's going to try to track this down before going out of bounds.
Oh.
And can't do it. Good effort, though, by Malin Anderson. Just can't track it down in time.
Do you like seeing the Lions using every bit of the field, though, trying to use all the width, all the length?
And they're saying this is a throw-in that it went out of.
She did keep it on.
She did keep it. She just couldn't keep it in play, but kept it from being a goal kick. So North Alabama can push up the rest of the front here. Golden Lions trying to throw this one in. That one will head out to Gurney. Gurney going to boot this one away.
It's got to be communication there. You could hear the goalie. Keeps. And she's got to speak there because she had two defenders who could get a little nervous, and that could end in an own goal.
As Guthrie heads this one to LaRoche, and LaRoche gets her legs taken out from underneath her. Foul called here against Rodriguez for the Golden Lions. And it will be Linsing now going to boot this one away. Has it at the 44.5-yard line.
Let's get the chains out.
Get the chains going. There you go. Linsing, a high kick, and Rydell going to make the play. We'll have a chance to boot it away.
You know, and that looks easy, you know, just to come collect it, but you've got to make sure you do it right, because if you drop anything right there on the edge of your box, you know, you're really going to be in trouble.
Masungu down here for the Golden Lions as the clock stops at 37:10. Well, we'll keep rolling. And it looks like Masungu's okay.
Good.
Looks like she just got the way she's holding her throat.
Yeah,
she might have
got caught in the neck.
Got an elbow or got a forearm. Who knows? As Rydell now boots this one away.
with me being the height that I am, all of 5 foot, maybe 2, I would get a lot of elbows to the nose. That was always fun.
Rodriguez sends it to Gonzalez on the sidelines. Gonzalez
Good
now
turn.
makes a good turn and tries to get it to Freeman. That one gets booted away. Olivia Anderson now going to head this one to Bussey. Bussey, high kick over to Watts, and Watts is going to try to beat Masungu. But Masungu kicks it out the rightal. She times this one out to LaRoche. LaRoche heading it. Gonzalez now sending to McGuire.
You know, these moments of you see from Pine Bluff that, you know, they're doing some good things, like the turn down in the Lions area, but then the next pass wasn't great. Masungu at the back, she's working really hard trying to lead her defense, and Hapke too. So there's definitely moments from him. Well, they've got a player down too.
Player down here. She's face first on the ground. Can't tell who it is, and they're going to roll her back over.
Hopefully she's okay.
Tough spot there. And got some of the, looks like the rest of the Lions bench going to head out of the way.
Give him some space. I say this anytime someone's going, you don't ever want to see anybody, you know, really injured and down on the ground. You want everyone to be able to get back up. So hopefully she'll be okay. She's got athletic trainers tending to her.
Might be a lower body injury. So while she's down on the ground, we'll take a short break here while they tend to her, and the clock stopped at 36-13 left here in the second half. And we'll be back here with the rest of the second half coming up.
A big bow box says a lot about a person. Like they have a mighty hunger, a powerful thirst, and take tailgating very seriously. Game day and beyond, grab a football-ready big bow box.
If you need service for cooling, heating, plumbing, or electrical, MPE Services is all you need. Since 1973, we strive to be the best in customer service, using the best materials, with long-lasting results, and a 100% customer satisfaction guarantee. Whether it be residential or commercial, we proudly serve all of North and Central Alabama. After a scorching summer, let MPE Services get your HVAC system ready for the winter season. Call MPE.com.
A big bow box says a lot about a person. Like they have a mighty hunger, a powerful thirst, and take tailgating very seriously. Game day and beyond, grab a football-ready big bow box.
This is the X Sports Network.
So Alondra Lipe was the injured Golden Lion on the play. Looked like a right leg injury. She is carried off the field. And we're getting ready to resume the second half here. North Alabama leading Pine Bluff, 2-0. A throw in now as Bussey fights for it with Masungu, and the foul will go against Amaya Calcutt.
No, I thought he was going to give that against Bussey. From here, you know, the angles are different. It looked like she was leaning into her, but this is a really dangerous spot, almost more so than a corner because you've got a little bit more goal to look at. Lions are getting lots of their height forward in LaRoche and Grace Linsing.
Looks like Wiseman going to attempt this. And sends that one in. Watts gets a foot on it, but it's going to get kicked away by Gonzalez as Guthrie tracks it down. And that one gets sent out of bounds by Rodriguez. A throw-in coming. Guthrie works quickly, tries to get it to Watts. That one is intercepted by Calcutt. But LaRoche now coming up with it, and has got Gurney. And Gurney out to Linsing. Sends it back to LaRoche. And LaRoche going to get a ball that's deflected and sent into Rydell. Trying to get Olivia Anderson on the other side on the cross, but deflected into the hands of Rydell. 10 minutes in here to the second half. Rydell boots this one away.
There's a good clearance from her.
Freeman going to cut upfield for the Golden Lions, tries to find Hicks, but Ebert is there. Anderson is there. Now Wiseman going to send it over to Guthrie on the other side.
Yeah, Arkansas Pine Bluff not doing bad, got good ideas. You can see them trying to find the width, trying to play those passes. They just seem to be like a step or two behind. They've just not quite got that little extra.
Lindsay has Wiseman. Rydell trying to step up, and a good clear out there by Masungu to allow Rydell to scoop it up. She'll boot it away again. And this one trying to go to McGuire. McGuire tries to keep it inbounds and can't.
Yeah, I think Rydell will be, she may sleep on the way back wherever she's going. She's worked hard today, had a lot to do, a lot more than usually goalies have to do in these games. Peyton Yates at the other end, she's keeping concentrated and watching the game, but she's not had a whole lot to do, but done well with what she has.
Been hanging out the ASUN logo there at the 25-yard line. And that one goes off of North Alabama. And a throw-in coming up here for the Golden Lions. They get it in, but Rodriguez is surrounded by LaRoche. LaRoche tries to send it in. That one's deflected out by Rodriguez. Now Rodriguez shoves her down and gets called for the foul.
Right in front of the referee.
Yeah.
He can't do it just right there.
Can't miss them. They're wearing bright highlighter green today. So
right.
As the nice fan sends the ball back in, and got a kick coming up here for North Alabama.
Nice to see that some of the fans stuck around after that long rain delay.
Got Wiseman and Bussey standing around the ball as they wait for the whistle from the official.
I think Wiseman could reach from here, and any deflection, you're going to have the other Lions crashing the goal.
They're going to send this in to Bussey. Bussey going to cross
There
it over, and it's in the net.
That was beautiful.
What a great job. Wiseman to Bussey, her second goal of the game, her fourth of the season, in North Alabama at the 32-47 mark in the second half, leads it 3-0.
Such a good free kick. Everyone's lined up waiting for the high ball in for them to go crash it. Bussey runs down the line, able to get that shot across square. Now do we see Izzy Gurney reply? Will she come and get another one so they can keep that goal-scoring race even?
3-0 is the Lion lead here. As Pine Bluff gets their pass intercepted there by Guthrie, but Gonzalez controls it now over to Hicks. Hicks going to work it upfield. He's got Freeman and Gonzalez. Will go down the sidelines. Got a pair of North Alabama Lions waiting on her. That one is just straight stolen by Gurney. Gurney shoved her out of the way, took control of it. And the next kick is sent out of bounds. So if throwing coming up here for the Golden Lions. Belmunes. Now Gurney intercepts. And Anderson going to track it down.
Got to be careful down there. There should be a corner, I believe.
Yeah, corner coming up here for the Golden Lions. Their first of the game. And this is by far the deepest they've ever gotten their offense so far in this game.
Right. So we'll get to see how they do on set pieces. And also how the UNA Lions defend them.
Sandoval Belmunes going to tip the corner here for the Golden Lions.
And they've got everyone forward, so they do need to be careful if there is a quick clearance.
That one is sent in, hit high, and sent out by Bussey. And Olivia Anderson trying to track it down and kicks that one down the field. Waiting on it is
and
Pine
here
Bluff
she's about
by Wiseman.
to steal that.
Wiseman, Bussey just missed that one. Basungu now has it, sends it back into Golden Lion territory. McGuire tracks it down. She has it down the sideline and has numbers. Wiseman moving down the sideline. And that one is sent out by Ebert into the Golden Lion. But no, it's Bussey there. Good job by Ebert. Now Watts. Fight there with Calicut. Calicut gets it off of Watts' foot and will now throw it back in. Rodriguez over to McGuire. McGuire tripped up, regains her composure, but a whistle blown. And it looks like another kick coming up here for the Golden Lions.
And you see how quickly, the game can change. When Wiseman was coming and almost took the ball off Arkansas Pine Bluff right here on the 50-yard line, it's just that close. She just had one too many touches.
Calicut now here with the boot. Send that
Good ball
one in. And Gurney heads this one towards the sideline. Watts and McGuire to track it down. McGuire now gets it out to Calicut. And actually can't save it, so it'll be a throw-in for the Lions. And we got a first sub of the second half. Duca will come in. And coming out is LaRoche.
Arkansas Pine Bluff have been, I think, so far in this second half, in the Lions' half, more than they were the whole first half of the game.
North Alabama leading at 3-0. Guthrie here coming up with the throw-in. Duca in for her second action of the game. This one's thrown into Gurney over her head. Bussey battling with it, and it will go off of the Golden Lions. And Guthrie with another throw-in. Waiting for somebody to get open, was looking for Watts. And tries to get it in the Bussey. That one is headed out of bounds by Hernandez. Another throw coming up for the Lions as they inch their way up the field. Tries to runner there. Hapke sends this one over to Watts, and Watts is going to cut up field with it. Watts now to Duca. Duca with the left-footed pass over to Anderson. Anderson getting close to the goal. Guarded here by Masunga. And Masunga just tackled her. And the official comes up with it, and that's going to be a penalty.
First one of those we've seen this season for the Lions.
So Olivia Anderson here with a chance to pick up her first goal of the season.
I was just about to say I'd love to see a good cross from Olivia Anderson to pick out someone in the box. She's got great footwork and she does a really good job to get down there. But that's another reward for her for standing so strong and being strong. Now she's got this penalty kick.
Anderson here, the chance to pick up goal number 1 here in 2022. Waiting on the whistle from the official. And here it comes. The right footer gets it past Rydell. 28-20 left here in the match, and North Alabama leads it 4-0 off the foot of Olivia Anderson.
And you can see how Rydell was not happy. She kicked the upright there in a little bit of frustration. She picked the right side. She dove to the right. She did it. She got down there, but it was a very well taken penalty from Olivia Anderson. It's textbooks where you can pick a bottom corner and place it, and she did very well there.
So it's a 4-0 North Alabama lead, and just like you talked about, Amy, that the score is not as expansive as it should be.
But it's getting there.
But it's getting there. They're catching up. They're making up for it.
Starting to take their chances. Absolutely.
Substitutions now as we have Grace Ellis coming in for Anderson.
And this may be the first time we've seen her this season too.
As Bussey tracks this one down. That one's intercepted by Rodriguez, but Wiseman gets control of it. Tries to dribble around. McGuire now picks it up for the Golden Lions. Tries to take it down the field. Her through ball is going to try to get through here to Johnson, but just a bit long. It will be a goal kick coming up for Yates.
Definitely a great game to get some of your subs on, give them a chance to work on things that you work on in practice in a game situation and give them that bit of experience, some time on the field.
Yates now giving out direction to her team. And we'll boot this one away. And Gurney misses that one. Hapke has it. Battle for it here with Wiseman.
Oh, runs into her own player.
And then Wiseman will regain control. Sends it into Watts. Watts boots it down for Bussey, but just a bit too long. Will go out of bounds.
Right idea, just a little strong on that kick.
A little hard when the ball bounces like that to put some touch on it down the sidelines. This one is they're trying to hit Hicks, and Hicks will get it, but we'll send it in to Wiseman, who kicked this one out to Gurney. Gurney now over to Bussey down the sideline. Bussey now breaks through, a good move. She's got a chance, a cross. That one is headed out to Watts. Watts gets it deflected, but she finds it and finds it back up the net. A great job there by Elena Watts to stay with it and gives North Alabama a 5-0 lead as the clock reads 26:39 left in the game.
Absolutely, she didn't stop. You saw Bussey come through with that great first ball in. A good header from the defender, but only fell as far as Watts, and she was not going to stop, so that was in the back of the net. She already had a taste earlier with that goal disallowed, and now she gets the name officially on the score sheet.
She picks up her first goal of the season as well, so Anderson and Watts getting on the scoreboard for the first time, giving the Lions a 5-0 lead. Gurney heads this one out. We'll find Duke and Anderson. Anderson trying to battle for it here with Gonzalez. Now Hicks sends that down, and we got a foul call here against North Alabama. Hicks coming up a little bit limpy there as She got her ankle rolled a bit there, battling for the ball as Sandoval Belmunes will now boot this one away.
I will say, you know, we're hearing a lot of the similar names from Arkansas, Pine Bluff, Hicks, Masungu, Hapke. That, you know, they've got some key players that are really out there, still giving it their all. They've not given up yet.
As Calcutt battles now, Gurney will send this one out to Watts.
Good first touch from Watts and a great ball.
Finding Bussey down
So
the line.
pretty.
Here's Rydell stepping up.
She's got to be close to the edge of her area there.
Yeah, it looks very, very
I think she
close.
was out of it, but maybe taken out by a player. I don't know.
Rydell now boots this one away.
Got to be one. That head ball's got to be one in the middle first time.
Wiseman now has it. Trying to set up the offense. Send this one into Watts on the sideline. Watts now back to Wiseman. Wiseman's got Guthrie. Guthrie's got a chance. Here comes the cross. Over and intercepted by Rydell. Anderson had the pull up. She was going to try to
going for that one. She's like, number 2.
Yeah.
That was a great run from Guthrie. I'd love to see her try and pull that ball back a little into like the second 6-yard box, because that really draws your goalkeeper out of her kind of safe zone. But good job from Rydell to come and collect.
Duca with it at midfield, finds Watts. Watts makes a nice move in the
footwork.
middle of the field and now finds Bussey down the sideline.
And it's these dangerous runs out wide with this ball coming flying across that you got to watch for.
Long attempt there.
Woo.
Anderson just went over her head, and that one's going to go out of bounds. Another goal kick coming up for Rydell. It's the sun really shining bright here at the Bill Jones Athletic Complex.
Just about to say the same. It's just kind of rising from that corner, just kind of setting the scene. It's beautiful.
Dugan checks back in for Arkansas Pine Bluff. Joel Foreman getting her first action of the game. They will wait for the subs to come in as Gonzalez and Sandoval Belmunes will check out for the Golden Lions. And Watts will come out, and Charlotte Kellett will come in for North Alabama. So we're under the 25-minute mark. Left in the game, North Alabama leading it 5-0. Rydell. That one is sent in. Hapke has it. Now Duca heads this one. Now Hicks intercepts, sends it down the line. Ellis gets a foot on and over to Gurney. Gurney now working upfield with plenty of space. A lot of space. Now sends this one over to Kellett. Kellett with the chance. Saves that one from going out of bounds. Crosses, but off the side of the net. And another
did a great job to keep it in, but then that last cross just into the side of the net rather than on the field. It's hard to get going sometimes when you first come on as a sub.
As McGuire will check out, Quintanilla checks back in for the Golden Lions. And Rydell, a low line drive kick. Try to get a foot on it, but Quintanilla steps in. Now Hapke with it, trying to keep it from going out of bounds, sends it down the line. And Johnson tries to track it down, but Linsing is there as it goes out of bounds. It'll be a throw in here for the Lions, and Guthrie will take it. More subs coming in. Chloe Fell, her first action of the game.
Got to see her briefly on Thursday. She come on as a sub. Hoping to see she does well this season with that knee injury last year.
Ball will now go in on Rydell, who'll scoop it up again. And this one is sent down to Foreman. Foreman working up the field. And eventually intercepted by Wiseman over the Duca. Duca has Ellis streaking. And that one is booted out of bounds by Hernandez. And Duca will now throw, Ellis will throw it in. Ellis down the line. Now it's Anderson with it in the middle of the field.
It's a great ball to Wiseman. Oh.
And Wiseman now has an opportunity. Crosses this one over.
Oh, it's a good ball in. Great headed ball from the defender.
And Fell tries to boot that one in, and it's back out to Wiseman.
It was a good strike. She made a good connection with it. Only as far as a Golden Lion's stomach.
Johnson to Rodriguez. Rodriguez tries to send it back to Johnson. It's intercepted by Linsing, but good job as Johnson gets it back.
This is the most real action we've seen. Hicks just offside, and she couldn't pass it to her. That was the hold up there, I believe.
Trying to find somebody, and they get it to Rodriguez. Rodriguez, that one's intercepted by Ebert. Now Foreman. Foreman, that one's off of the back of Ebert, and will go deflected and eventually saved there by North Alabama. And they boot this down the line. It's Anderson. Anderson now to Wiseman, and they've got numbers. And
That's
it's
a
through to
pretty ball
Bussey.
through.
Bussey's got an opportunity, but Rydell steps in and intercepts it and scoops it up.
She's had plenty of practice at that today, those through balls, and she's come and collected a lot of them really well.
Kellen on the other side as well. Could have been a potential 2-on-1 there, but Rydell makes the save at the right time. Fell heads this one just a bit strong as it goes out of bounds. Another throw in for the Golden Lions, and Foreman will take it. Subs now for North Alabama. And Arkansas Pine Bluff as well. So Linsing will check out.
Sitting in for the Golden Lions, number 23, Madison Hernandez. And taking the field for the Lions, number 6, Montana Merkel. And number 24, Abby Patterson.
Patterson and Merkel in for North Alabama. Back into the game here for Arkansas Pine Bluff is Madison Hernandez. Ebert needs this one over to Ellis. And that one gets booted very close to us and onto the road. Throwing coming up for the Golden Lions, Foreman. And that one is sitting down the line. Ebert going to try to track it down, eventually boots it out of bounds.
Yeah, and Merkel it came off her shin, and Ebert giving that hard work to try and get a throw in rather than a corner.
Hernandez now with it. Tries to cross it over. Coming up with it is Quintanilla. Quintanilla going to drive. Her cross is knocked out by Yates.
Yeah, and that hit. I think that hit the goalpost. Actually, this is one of the better looks we've seen. A lot of subs going on, so everyone's got to get settled and get back used to where they're supposed to be.
And Ebert kicks the cross attempt out. Tracking down is Cowcut, and she'll try to send this into Quintanilla, and can't save it. It'll be a throw-in coming up for the Lions.
Just needs to see the Lions kind of settle it down a little bit, get back to playing that football that they were playing just a little while ago.
18:40 left here in the second half. Lions leading at 5-0. Quintanilla can't save it again, and Guthrie will throw it in. Sent it now to Bussey. And Quintanilla knocks it out of bounds again. Guthrie looking for somebody and gets it in the Fell. Fell tries to fight through and does. Now sends it down, but got a Golden Lion there. This one is deflected out and fell a little bit too strong on a foul there on Hernandez.
I was just about to say I'd really love to see Fell use her size and win those balls, but then she goes and does it and the referee gives a foul.
She used her size a little bit too much on that one.
Maybe.
Masungu now going to boot this one away. After she gets her cleat back on. Sends this one curving towards the sidelines, and Guthrie and Quintanilla fight for it. Quintanilla sends it back in. Wiseman tries to head it away. Duca going to come up with it.
Well done to Duca to keep that in and find a great pass.
Patterson gets stuffed there on the play.
Ooh.
Now Hicks trying to track it down the sidelines for Pine Bluff, and does, but Ebert is there with time. Sends it out to Merkel at midfield. And deep down the sideline, where they find Kellett. Kellett going to work. Crosses this one over off the head of Masungu. Cowcut now back out to Kellett. Kellett crosses this one over, going for Duca. Duca dribbles in the box.
Lions just got to do better at picking out that last player, so make more advantage of being that far forward.
Ebert kicks this one down, trying to track it down as Patterson.
Almost.
She does, but a little bit too strong. It's another goal kick coming up for Rydell. More subs coming into the game, this time for the Golden Lions. It's McGuire back in. Didn't start the game, started the second half and got a bit of a break, and she'll come in for Masungu. It's clock getting ready to hit the 15-minute mark here in the second half. 5-0 North Alabama lead. On their way to win number 3 on the season. Wiseman heads this one, heads it again. And now this one is sent through here to Merkel. Merkel now out to Guthrie. And Guthrie to Kellett, who saves it from going out of bounds. Back to Guthrie. Now over to Bussey.
The three of them work very well together on that side. Guthrie, Kellett, and Bussey, they link up nicely when they're on.
As Bussey's cross for Patterson's a bit high. Another goal kick for Rydell. And this one is hit high. Wiseman tries to win it. As Duca has it in the midfield, makes a nice move. Going to cut back upfield. Has got numbers. Duca now out to Patterson. Patterson back to Duca. That one's deflected back out to Patterson. Patterson trying to work her way, but a bit too strong, and it bounces out of bounds. Another goal kick for the Golden Lions. Rydell's going to need some ice for that right foot. She's been really busy here today.
She has, and I know, having 5 goals going against you, it's hard as a goalie. That's a foul, and he's seen it. It was just 2 hands right in the back there. They got to be careful doing that right there. They don't want to give the Lions any more opportunities. But like I was saying about Rydell, 5 goals in, it's hard to not let your head drop. But she's still continued to do what she needs to do by coming collecting those balls and keep playing. You can see the frustration from her. But she's still in there. She's got her head up, and she's still trying to lead a team.
Fell now with the kick. And sends that one on Rydell. Rydell slaps it down and makes the catch.
Yeah, Fell's got a great strike, and she did well to just palm that down and then get a control of it.
Johnson and Merkel fighting for it in midfield, and Johnson comes up with it.
Okay, so the referee there was trying to play advantage. I saw that. Merkel got over the top of her. She's a great feisty player, just always wants the ball. No malice, just always after winning the ball. And the referee thought that they had advantage, but then when they didn't, they brought it back. And I like when the referees do that, because sometimes you don't want that game stopped. So that was kudos to him.
A lot of keeping zeros on the scoreboards. It's not so much the goalkeeper; it's always the defense around you, making sure those balls don't get in and get deep like that.
Absolutely,
as well.
You're the last line of defense when you're the goalie, and sometimes the goalkeeper may make a mistake, but you're it. It shouldn't get to you, so. You can't take it. You can't take it all. But a lot of the times the goalies will blame themselves a lot.
Calcutta high off of the face of Ellis, and Kelly going to swoop in to intercept, trying to keep it from going out of bounds, and tried but couldn't. And now Quintanilla has a throw-in, tries to get that one in, and fell. Speaking of a boot,
yeah, my old coach would say that one came down with snow on it. It was so high.
Is Keller now a through ball and has got Bussey.
Oh, she's got lots of numbers. Look at Patterson streaming forward too. She's got one more.
Wiseman as well.
Wiseman's
feels it. Boot off of the hands of Rydell. A great diving save from Rydell, and a corner kick coming up for the Lions.
Rydell at full stretch there. You saw her outstretched, both hands. Was able to get a hold of that. Again, kudos to her for still stepping up and making these saves.
It's one of those video game highlights.
Yeah,
there.
that was pretty.
She got some airtime.
She was almost horizontal with that one.
Looks like Duca going to take the corner kick. A high kick. Fell gets a head on it, and Rydell fights with her own player and eventually comes up with it. So Rydell now going to boot this one away. It's a good boot. But it's right to the head of Bussey. And
Look
Bussey
at Bussey
now the
all the way back there in the halfway line defending.
Duca over to Rydell. Rydell the diving save and gets there before Patterson can get the rebound. So the last 30 seconds have been very busy for Rydell.
Yeah. That poor girl's going to be exhausted after this. I think she's definitely their player of the game for the Arkansas Pine Bluff, the Golden Lions. If it wasn't for her, this would be a whole different score. 'Scoreline. Johnson has it down the sidelines for the Golden Lions.
Johnson has it down the sidelines for the Golden Lions. 2 minutes remaining in the second half. 5-0 North Alabama leads. Johnson has it down the sidelines for the Golden Lions. Tries to make a move on Ebert. Now cuts it up the field. Does make a good move. Left foot across is Yates tries to get it, and we're going to get a foul call here against Hicks.
Just got pushed a little bit. Those bounces you got to be careful of. Referees keeping an eye, keeping the goalkeeper safe. But great work from the Golden Eagles. You know, Ebert's not one that you can usually turn inside out, and she was being very patient and just got past her to get that cross in there.
Kick coming up here from Yates. A right-footed boot, a good right-footed boot. Over to Kellett near the sideline. Kellett and McGuire fighting for it, and that one's going to get through. But back there to find it is Hernandez. Hernandez now in the Hapke. Hapke now to McGuire. McGuire down the sidelines, boots that one down. But a bunch of white jerseys back there, and Yates is going to let this one roll in the box.
Absolutely, and Yates is still wanting that shutout. She wants to keep a clean sheet so the Lions can keep that not just winning but clean sheets going.
She's given up just 1 goal in 5 games this season. Really hasn't been challenged much today as Fells deflects this one over to Wiseman. Wiseman to Kellett, but McGuire's going to kick this one down to Johnson, hits it in the air. And
offside.
Offside. I was wondering what the whistle was for.
Yeah. When he looked over, and I can't see the assistant referee, but I think it was offside.
I think that's the first one we've had today that I can think of. I don't think we've had some people hold up on potential offsides, but we haven't had one called yet.
I think you're right.
Yates sends this one deep into territory. That one gets over the head.
Oh, it's run
and it's
for
Kellett. Kellett's got an opportunity. Riddle with the save. And Calcutt's going to send this one out, and it's going to be a corner kick.
I think Kellett will be a little frustrated she didn't put it past her, but good job for Riddle. She hit it right at her, but she found herself in a great space. Good strike, and props to Riddle for stopping that one.
Right, that was a rocket right at the face of Riddle. Rhea Cox now in.
And just let Guthrie and Wiseman rest, and that's great. You know, I think she was really wanting a goal in this game, but there'll be other games.
More subs as Foreman will check out. Looks like Quintanilla is back in. She must have checked out pretty quickly. New into the game for North Alabama is Reese Wingbermule. That one sent in. Riddle knocks that one out. Bussey with an opportunity and misses on it. Cox tries to send it in. Ellis and Freeman fighting for it, excuse me. And McGuire tries to boot this one out of play. Freeman going to come up with it. Send it over to Hernandez.
Golden Lions trying to, counterattack quickly. That was well done from Fell.
Yeah, Fell did use her advantage there.
And she's so strong, and I want to see more from her this season. I want to see her use that size and be motivated and not give up. And I think she can be so dangerous if she can get it all together, all going in the same game.
Keller with it near the sideline as we're under 8 minutes left to play here in the game. Ebert and Freeman battling for it. Ebert wins it, sends it down the line, but out of bounds. So a throw-in coming up for the Golden Lions.
And these subs that have come on want to make their mark on the game. They all feel like, I could do something in this game, but be it score a goal or assist.
That one is headed over to Duca, but Quintanilla sends this one off of the batting cage. Throw-in coming up for the Lions.
I think everyone's going to get some time on the field today.
And more subs coming in for North Alabama. You got Anna Grace Kelly waiting to come in as Ellis, her throw-in. Tries to get it to Kelly. Kelly's going to fight for it and win. As Rhea Cox sends it out to Duca. Duca the Wimbermule.
I think this might be the first time I've had a chance to see Wingermule on the pitch too.
And that through ball from Feld, a bit too strong as Riddle will come up with it. Kicked high in the air.
Clearance.
Freeman trying to win it.
That ball's got to be won earlier than that.
And Wingermore now battling here with Hicks, and Hicks just shoves her down. Gets kicked out of bounds. A throw-in coming in for the Lions.
Now subbing in for the Golden Lions, number 28, Mia Espinosa.
The Espinosa now in for the Golden Lions, and Kelly will check in for Bussey. The clock now at 6 minutes left in the game, and as Amy mentioned, a lot of Lions getting some time here this afternoon, or I should say early this evening. It's thrown in near the corner. Now kicked in on net, and Yates going to come up with it.
Able to get it almost across the face of goal, and Yates will come and just collect that one.
Get it out to Merkel quickly. Merkel now works it out to Ellis. Ellis in the middle of the field, and that one's going to get intercepted by Espinosa. But Ebert steps in on the cross, but Espinosa intercepts. More battles here. Espinosa again with it.
I'm just noticing little bits of things that come with experience. The diving in just a little too quick, or the missed passes. But this is, like I say, a perfect time to practice that and maybe not get as punished as you would against other teams, because you need that game experience to grow and learn.
Kelly now gets her foot on it for the first time, out to Ellis. Ellis back to Kelly, but Kelly is a little bit too far down the line. McGuire going to throw it in for Arkansas Pine Bluff. Felt kicks this one out to Rhea Cox. And this one is now controlled back out to McGuire. McGuire gets it knocked out of bounds by Kelly. It will stay with the Golden Lions.
You know, and if you're a Golden Lion, you're probably thinking, oh, we can get one back here. As they're starting to have more time forward and more time in the Lions' half.
Dugan deflects this one over to Wingermule. Wingermule kicks it out to Kelly, and Kelly's going to break free. Got Kelly down the line. Calcutt can't make the play, and Kelly now going to break free.
Patterson needs to stay on side.
And Kelly's shot there by Rydell, and that one is deflected out of bounds.
I think he did very well with that just then. Kelly to Kellett to. Then I think we had another one for there.
Yeah.
It was good. It's a good alliteration there.
Just rolls off the tongue so well. Rhea Cox now going to try the corner kick here for the Lions. It's got Fell, Duca, Patterson, and Kelly. And Kellett in the net. The left footer boots it in. Patterson tries to get ahead on it.
Someone's got to get on the end of that.
They fight for it. Wingermule going to boot that one in. Can't get it through. And Hernandez deflects that one out. Patterson and McGuire battle for it. McGuire wins. Sends it down the line. Wingermule loses that one. And Freeman's got it. She's going to try to break free. Going to have to get by Ebert. Sends it down the field. Ebert. And Yates and Ebert collide. And Yates is going to come up with it. Clock now at 3 minutes left here in the game.
You know, all these changes, but you notice that Ebert is still there in the center of defense. You've got to keep some, consistency back there so she can help these new players, and she's definitely the player to do that. Her or Grace Linsing, either one to leave in back there. Woo!
Quintanilla boots this one in. Ebert gets ahead on it.
See,
and
she's
sends
just
it to Cox.
Right place, right time.
Dugan now out to Quintanilla. Sends a deep ball, but Yates is all over that. She'll let that one roll in and roll a little deeper. And scoops it up. Trying to milk some clock here as the Lions are well on their way to win number 3 on the season.
It's called time management.
Yes. Yep, don't want to.
Not time wasting, not milking. We're managing our time effectively.
Dugan now gets a foot on it, but it's Duca there to find it. Now gets it out to Merkel. Merkel now to Wingermule. And she makes a good move and gets it back out to Duca.
This is nice to see these passes dinged around and to feet.
And
pretty
Cox
pass through.
Going to find Kellett. Might be a little bit too strong, and it is.
Yeah. But a good build-up, you see, and getting all those new players involved. Nice passes to feet, finding each other. And then the right idea, too, looking for that corner flag, looking for Kellett to run onto it. Just ran a little bit, just a little overhit there.
McGuire will now boot this one away here for the Golden Lions with 1:20 left. One's off the head of Duca. Freeman now has it. Out to Espinoza. Espinoza gets that one intercepted by Duca and Merkel. Merkel now boots this one just out of the reach of Patterson. Quintanilla with the throw-in as we hit the 1 minute mark.
1 minute.
And that one's booted back by Wingermule. Espinosa down the line, and it will go out of bounds. Wingermule to throw it in. Off the head of Quintanilla to Cox. Now Patterson has it. Patterson makes a move and gets by, and has got Cox.
And there's still time on that clock for a goal.
Cox trying to get by Quintanilla and can't do it.
And Quintanilla doing a good job showing her strength and just holding her off.
Another goal kick here for Idle.
And she shouldn't want to be going too fast,
No,
the goalie.
No. Over the head of
5-0's enough.
Duca now over to Kellett. Kellett trying to get through and gets it through to Kelly with 10 seconds left.
Oh, whip that ball in.
And she tries to make a move on McGuire, and that one's going to go out of bounds. And that will do it. A final here for the Bill Jones Athletic Complex. North Alabama improves to 3-0-3 on the season with a 5-0 win over Arkansas Pine Bluff. Your goals go to Bussy with 2. You had Izzy Gurney with 1, Olivia Anderson with 1, and Elena Watts with 1 as well. Final thoughts on the game here, Amy?
I think it was a fun game. I think the score could have been more to the Lions, but credit to Arkansas Pine Bluff. They never stopped. They never gave up. I know that goalkeeper is probably exhausted, but a fun game to come out after that rain delay to see some goals scored today.
Again, final score here. North Alabama wins at 5-0 over Arkansas Pine Bluff to improve to 3-0-3 on the season. Another shutout for Yates. And this is Amy Butler-Bailey with AJ Good here on the X Sports Network. Have a great evening.
This is the X Sports Network.